V'nei, v'nei, v'nei beischo, v'nei, beischo. V'nei beischo, v'nei v'nei Osher goyanim lavodosom. Osher yisraelim be'em. Agud Voch Boisai. Agud in Chodesh. Boisai. Very, very important stuff here. Oh, let's hear Gishmak Elul. Move. Nachamal. No, it's one of the classics. Watch how he does. Mendy is a Talmud Muvik. He does it exactly like his Rebbe. Watch, word for word. Mendy, where are you? Let's hear Gishmak Elul. Move. Elul. Oh. Elul. That's how you take the trauma out of the Elul. You can take it out. Shalom Aleichem. Man Shema, how are you? What, this is like your third time this year? Kol hakavod. Shkoch for the pizza. I'll get to it in a second. It's in here. Hold on. Peretz Chaim Levin, Lezecher Nishmas Reb Chaim, Lili Nishmas Reb Chaim ben Elozor, Olav Hashem, Mark Ashkenazi's father, who got up from Shiva today. Back. Mark is back. Yishkoyach. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Yitzilem.
From? Borupak. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Avi Ritvo.
Shalom Aleichem.
Gold's Green.
Oh.
From Ohio.
Yeah, you wrote in a few times or something. Yeah. Shkoyach for coming. Who else? What's your name?
Mickey Marinelli.
Oh,
From
also. It's an old timer.
Yes.
No?
My father is Rich Marinelli.
Oh, that's what it is.
My
Okay.
brother is Ari Marinelli.
Shalom Aleichem. Muncie. Yeah. And you?
Avi Cohen from Muncie, New York. We're probably best friends.
Shmak.
But he lives in Gimel.
Oh, you're a Gimel guy. Cool. What's your name?
Yitzi Turner.
From?
Now we're Mabisham Stalin.
Shalom Aleichem. He's hiding. Okay, he's older. What's your name?
Shimon Zimber.
Zimber.
Yerushalayim. Zimberg.
Zimberg. Yerushalayim et HaKodesh. Shalom Aleichem. You've been here a bunch of times. 3 years. Every day. Shalom Aleichem. Talking about Baruch Shafnas. He's not here. What? Who? Shalom Aleichem. One minute. You first. What's your name? From?
What's the name now, Manchester?
Shalom Aleichem. I know you, Kilo. Yeah, Shalom Aleichem. The beard. The guy behind you, what's your name? Yeah?
Yeah.
You're new, right? Kind of? No, not really. Who?
It's my son.
Oh, first time. Okay, Gishmak. And you, what's your name? Remind me?
Next Sonnenschein.
Sonnenschein?
Yeah.
From?
From Manchester.
Shalom Aleichem. A lot of Manchester guys here. All right, anybody else new? Miod. What's your name, Tzaddik? Marcus? Shalom Aleichem. You know Ariel?
Yeah.
How do you know him?
He's my uncle.
We love. He's the one that did the Elul.
He's from Chicago.
He is?
Maybe I'll come to your shirt. I'm trying to get him.
Ah, okay, now I chab. Your sister lives in Chicago. Wow, okay, very good. More people. Wow, Shalom, what's your name?
Benny Shapiro.
Benny from?
Chicago.
Chicago. Ah, you see how it goes in bunches here. So in Chicago, you went to the yeshiva?
I went to Wits, actually.
Wits. Okay, cool. I thought you went, they call it the Shiva. Yeshiva. All right, Rabbi Isai. So we're doing a Shabbaton in 2 Shabbosim from now here in Eretz Yisrael, our very first Shabbos. We took all the available rooms that were available at the time. So Benny, who's in charge of this project, he left 10 rooms. We're still looking for donors. Otherwise, it's going to cost MDY about 50 grand, because it's not a big deal. So we have rooms available for those donors. You're coming in for that?
I wish.
Mark Ashkenazi has tickets to come in. Yes, that's the Shaila. People are coming in. All right. I'll show you this. This was Givaldic. This guy makes a lot of cool videos.
אנחנו פה באמצע הלייק, בלייק סימקו. זה לא יאמן כי יסופר. כולם דף יומי מרב אלי סטפנסקי. יהודים עם גמור.
שמדברים שם, איפה הרופאים קודם, האוטו הגיע איזה מונה מהמלך, אומר לי, קום, ברשי שאתה צריך לקום, תגבו אליו מה.
מוישלה, מוסלמסטי, אשתיקי גמורה, אנטי כדאב. וואו, רב אלי סטפנסקי עבדה? חיל חלו רייזה.
This guy sends me stuff on my phone, so people that send me things I don't even open up, I don't have time to open, but then it was a video, so I was like, okay, a video, let me check it out. So and then once I looked at his thing, I saw he sent me stuff already for weeks. Here's another one. As it talks to me, because I used to have these turbo.
רבו ישי, כמו שרב אלי סטפנסקי אומר, זה לא הדף, אלא זה היומי. לא לוותר על שום יום, אנחנו נמצאים פה בחופש, 40 דקות מהנסיעה מהבית מטורונטו, בקוטג', שכולנו נמצאים פה, כל היהודים היקרים. אנחנו על הלייק.
Guys in Toronto, they live it up, huh?
זה לא משנה איפה אנחנו נמצאים. לא לעזוב, רב אלי ביקש כל הזמן, לא ליפול חס ושלום. ואם נפלת יום אחד בדף אחד, תחזור מיד לדף השני. רבו ישי.
Guys like 40,000 followers.
טוב ונעים.
So, it reminded me of the Maisa because what he just did is you can get a ticket for that, right? It's the wake zone. You're not allowed to go more than 5 miles an hour. So I was with my family in what is it called, Avi? Where the guys in Chicago go over there, Lake Geneva. So I took our jet skis to Lake Geneva, and I was running around there, and all of a sudden I saw a mother and a daughter and two, maybe it was one, these paddle boats. What are the paddle boats they're called? Yeah. The pedals. And they looked like they were not in good shape. They were completely red, like very red and like out of it. They said that they were lost for a few hours and they didn't know where their hotel was. The kids I tied their boat to my thing and I tried to go fast, but they like were tipping into the water, so I had to go really, really slow, like the speed of a paddle boat. It was very, very annoying. I finally got to their hotel, I let them loose, and everybody there in the hotel was like, wow, where did you find them? We're looking, this is a search and rescue and the whole thing. And to get out of there, to show off to them, and because I was very annoyed, I floored it. It's like this guy. And I had like one of the fastest ones you could buy, a turbocharged, the whole thing. And I got out of there, and a minute later, it's never happened, like on the water, like lights and sirens, the whole thing. He pulls me over, he says, what are you, crazy? You're doing 70 miles an hour in a wake zone? I said, officer, you don't understand. There's a woman and her daughter, they're missing, and I'm searching for them. So he's like, I know all about it, but why are you going 70 miles an hour? I said, they're gonna die, who knows what? I don't know. Like they didn't let him know yet. She said, okay, go, but gotta take it easy. I said, okay, officer, see you later. This was, we had this entire lake. This was a beautiful lake. The water was actually like a very interesting color. Very rare to find something like this, like really deep blue. And like no one there. 25 miles of lake for ourselves. Good morning, Rabbi Isai! This is in Utah. That they said, to quote my two Anikos, the 5-year-old and the 3-year-old, Zaidi, this was the best day of our life. Off the boat, yeah. We went on a lot of trips. This one was the best day. And the worst day of their life was when we left. And this was without their mother telling them what to say. Sechta is sponsored by David Solomon, dedicated in memory of Moirib Shmuel Baruch Berub Chaim Tzvi Doiv Zichron Levracha. The Sechta is sponsored by Anonymous Hatzlacha Baruch and Zivigash V'Zchus Achinu B'nei Yisrael. Anonymous. Oh, if I'm already here, I'm not going to remember later probably. Tremendous yishkoyach to Mr. Anonymous who donated $17,500 worth of Gemaras, and somebody else on Friday just donated 200. Right, Avi? No, it's not your guy. Man, okay, it's Yossi's guy. 200 Gemaras. We're still looking for more Gemaras. Bring it on. Even one Gemara is a good donation. You bring one Neshama to Torah. That's it. May our learning be a shield of protection, a source of unity and blessing of Am Yisrael. Joel Gedalius, what? Joel Gedalius, Linishmas, my father, Jack Gedalius. Monthly sponsors, TCS Israel, Power by Talk and Save, Anonymous, Refuah Shlema, Sarah, Bat Motaram, and Shira Bat Sarah. We should say a Refuah Shlema for Akiva Shushan, Ben, Natalie Penina. Shamshi donated the Msechta, the Refuasa. He's a young 14 or 15-year-old who lives right across the street. He watches. I just met his father today. His father said the Shira is his lifeline. He's going through crazy therapy now, and he needs a bone marrow, and the matzav is not the best, but he gets a lot of chizuk from the Shir, and he watches the Shir every day. And the fact that we mention his name, Kitzer. Weekly sponsors, Dr. Avram and Epstein and his wife Rivka, Refuah Shlema for Shoshana Bas Rezel. Amen. Kinnovations LC. Nishmas Reb Chaim ben Reb Elazar. We hope you and your family have an echama. Elichai Kalma Yisrael and Tehillah. Yitzi Hollander in honor of our new granddaughter Yakira. Daily sponsors, Rabbi Ari checking out in honor of the birth of my new granddaughter Mazel Tov. Leis Tarlo in honor of Akiva Ziegler who continues to help Klal Yisrael with Limud Torah and Tefillah B'Tzibur wherever they are in the world. What's pshat in this Akiva Ziegler and Tefillah B'Tzibur? No. Oh, yeah. He's He's together with the center. Correct. Right, because the guy that was from center was in Park City. He gave a whole drush and he came over and he said, "Yeah, Akiva, you are right." Yitzi and Ruchi Pariser, L'zeichen is our grandmother Rivka Bas Shevach Shalom Ricky Doppel on her yard side. Anonymous in the schus, a fellow MDY and Naftali Kraus retrieving his luggage. Who's the boy, the little boy, the 2 It's from the same parents?
Right.
Oh wow. So what he's saying is that Rabbi Ari checking out lost a grandson, a piece of granite, a table hit him in the head. And he was like, what was this, a year ago? So those parents that lost that kid this is the granddaughter. Beautiful, Mazel Tov. MDY Art monthly Refuah Shlema for Yonatan Eitan ben B'Sheva Bracha, who was here on Friday. It was unbelievable. He just walked in here. Refuah Shlema Mordechai ben Esther and Refuah Hayeled Daniel Zev ben Ayelet Esther. What? Oh, that's why he's having a kumzitz at his house tonight. Boisai Geshmak Daf. We're going to learn a sugya that's not traumatic at all, but some people, when they hear some of these words, they get traumatized. So I guarantee you're not going to be traumatized when we're done. When there's two types of food that are the same food, they're the same exact food, it has one halacha when you mix those two foods together, and when there's two different foods, it has a different halacha. So let's just an example of two foods that are the same. If you have beef, cow beef that's kosher, and cow beef that's non-kosher, it's roadkill. Somebody killed a cow up north. You take the meat and you put it in. Is that the same type of food, Rabbi Isai? Yes or no? Huh? You guys are hesitant. Why are you hesitant? Yes. By the way, I learned a new thing. Me and my wife, we learned in Utah they don't say yeah, they say yes. It's a thing. It makes a big nafkamina. When you hear it, you're like, what's going on here? Yes. Everything's yes. There's no yeah. They don't have that word. Where? In London, there's no yeah? Ah, yes. In England also, it's yes. It takes time. You know what he's talking about? Yeah. You know about the yeah? Yes. You know the yes. Okay. Yeah is kind of lazy, you're saying. It's not proper. Okay, listen. England, they had it right. They had it first, so they know what they're doing. Okay, so that's called min b'minoi. It's the same thing. What about a dead mouse and beef. Is that min b'mino? Is that the same thing? No. How do you say no in England? Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Maybe it's not proper to say no. You have to say it in edelkeit. I don't know. Okay. How about yayin nesach and regular wine? Is that min b'minoi? Yes. How about grape juice and grapes? Is that min b'minoi? Everybody says no. Who says machlokes? Who just said machlokes? Yosh. Oh shit. Hillel. No, machlokes? You're right. How about two types of vinegar that are made from different things completely? One is made from beer, or one is made from wine. Is that min b'minoi?
No.
So Eli Melech, why do you say machlokes?
Because the shit that mean b'mina is the shmo, the name is the same.
Oh. So that we're going to get to. He's right. Eli Melech knows this stuff. Oh, I mean, he knows this stuff, but he's a mumcha. There's certain people, he's a mumcha in this thing.
He's not allowed to answer?
He's not allowed to answer. There's a shita that says if the name, even though this is that, they're both vinegar, even though they're from different things, great. Now, when it's min b'minoi, when it's the same thing mixed, then even a small, very, very small amount of non-kosher beef that falls into a chunk pot, it's gone, finished. If it's two different types, if it's a mouse with a big giant pot of chunk, let's say it falls into the chevron's chunk, so then it's bottled, it's nice and tam. It goes by the flavor, okay, the flavor. And if you don't know how to discern the flavor, so we say it's 1 out of 60. So if there's 60 times more chunk than the mouse, which usually there is in a larger pot, then you're allowed to eat the chunk. But that's because it's what? It's min b'shein amino. Basically, all we're doing today is four things. We're talking about min b'minoi, min b'shein amino. Min b'minoi is this. It's the same food, two are the same. You know, min shein amino, it's the opposite. And then you have nice and tam. It gives flavor. It doesn't give flavor. And giving flavor, if we don't know what it is, we do 1 in 60. And then you have the other thing. It's called mashu. It's even a minor amount. That's it. I think Gemara repeats it over and over, so it becomes very, very simple and easy. Huh?
Solid or liquid?
Oh no. You're going to start up with me now? Solid and liquids. We're not getting into it today. Okay, so, says the Gemara all the way in the top. Samach Vav Amud Aleph. Chamra atika be'invei. Aged wine together with grapes. Rabbi Isai, what is that? Aged wine. 50-year-old wine with grapes. Is it min b'minoi or min shein b'minoi? What is it? It's not the same thing. Why? This has one flavor and grapes have another flavor. So, if it's not the same thing, then how much do we use to be mevatel it? How much? You need 1 in 60. So it's much less. It's not a mashu. You could pour in a whole bottle of wine if you have 59 bottles that are kosher. If a whole bottle of non-kosher wine falls in, we're not talking about yayin nesach really, but because that's different. Avodah Zarah is different. But if a bottle of non-kosher wine mixes with 59 other bottles of kosher wine, bottle.
No, that's grapes. That's been the grapes.
Grapes. Okay, I'm throwing it out. Yeah, you're right. Correct. Good shilas. It's a good shilah. No, because the idea is nice and tam. The idea is it gives flavor. If you don't know what it is, so they did some sort of report and they went and they taste. It comes out that after 60 it doesn't give flavor. If it gives off a flavor, then it's no good. The point is nice and tam, giving a flavor. A lot of us we're not good at this. So they gave us a shear. It's 1 out of 60. Chamra atika b'invei, not wine and wine. Wine with grapes. Divrei kol b'nois and tam. Then it's 1 out of 60, or if you could taste it. What if it's brand new grapes? Wine, brand new wine with grapes. In other words, grape juice that just came out of the grape tastes exactly like a grape. Now what do? So for this we have a machlokes Abai Omer b'mashu, Rav Omer b'noisen tam. It's either a very minute amount or 1 out of 60 b'noisen tam. Why? And the Gemara explains. Very barichas today. Abai Omer b'mashu basar taimaz linon. We go by the flavor, says Abaya. What's the flavor? Grapes and grape juice equal the same. Same flavor here. Where's that? This is the video I wanted to show you on Friday. I'll show you now. Jonathan Stern from London. You know him? I showed it in English. I showed it in Hebrew. No, I showed it a little piece. I didn't show the whole thing. I remember these things. What's my bad memory? It's all arichos. It's not done professionally, but Jonathan Stern took it, so it's good. First you got to get the stems out. Look at this. You have all these little pieces of branches in there. See that? Boom. So that comes out. And you wouldn't believe how much of that is in there. Here, look at that. Unbelievable. There's a lot of branches and stems. Then they separate the grapes from that. Now we can start pressing them. Makes you want to drink wine, Lamaisa. Not really. Oh, here, it's like grape juice. Looks like a grape to me.
slow motion. לא, סתם,
The kitzer, get the idea. Where is this? In Israel, I think, right? Oh, Rabbi Yossi Stern's film footage that contributes to our understanding joining the Daf Yomi. Oh, Yossi Stern.
we didn't start the
Kosher wine. Tura Winery in Israel. Tura Winery. Okay, that's what it is. Goylam had pizza. Is it enough for everybody? Oh, that's what we want to do. We want to also step on grapes. Fine. You got the idea. So now, Abai says it goes by the flavor. So this juice that came out of the grapes tastes like a grape. So Mamela, what is that called? Min b'minoi. It's the same item. It's the same food. Oh, min b'minoi. What's the halacha? B'mashu. So a little tiny bit of bad grape juice together with grapes would ruin everything. No, it's 1 out of 60. You could go much higher. Why? Basar shmazlim. Go by the name. One is a grape and one is grape juice. Different things. One is a juice, one is a grape. Memela what? Min it's two different things. And you should know that since they're two different things, then we go by the flavor. And since we don't know what the flavor is, so we're going to call it 1 out of 60. Tanan, what about our Mishnah? Yain ezech shenofal al gabe hanovim. Says in the Mishnah, so you wash it off. So l'chayra, what's the Mishnah talking about? Are we talking about grape juice that fell on the grapes, or we're talking about? Oh, we have a video here. I forgot to show it to you. I have a question. I'm going to ask the Olam a question about this video. Violin. Okay. Now I'm being serious here. I got a aura about this video. If anybody feels, for real, if anybody in this room feels that this video should not be shown, raise your hand. For real. Okay. Who else?
Why? Because he's pointing right and wrong?
No, Elimelech, why?
Celebrating Zionism.
What? What?
Celebrating Zionism.
That's not what he said. He said, this guy came over to me, he was very serious, he's a big part of the shir. He's told me that he doesn't think it's appropriate to show Trump and Bibi in the middle of a Gemara. Huh? Backhand, that's the problem. Okay. But he's a guy. Fine. Seriously, I'm not joking. So if somebody feels, you could write me an email. You could also write it to nivgati.com. Whatever. I'm serious. I want to know. I don't have the sensitivity. I'm missing a little bit of the sensitivity. He's more sensitive, and he was very serious. He took his time to tell me and explain to me why we should not show such videos. I didn't get it exactly. I asked some of my friends. They said, "No, if I carried, good. Okay." Bibi, and do you see anything in problem with it?
Again, to make sure.
I have a car to both of them, by the way. Me personally, I have a car to both of them. Okay? Yeah. If I told you who it is, you're not going to believe it. You fall out of your seat. Elul! Not going to say who it is, though. What? No, I was just saying to be more serious. I was trying to get the island to be more serious. I wasn't just... Okay, anyway, so we go back to our Mishnah. How do we learn the Mishnah? We have a case, mamish like this the video, Yain Nesach falls on top of grapes. Now, is the Mishnah referring to older wine or new wine? So that you could say that's talking about brand new grape juice that just came out of the grape, together with grapes. My lav, benois and tam. And l'chayra, if we're talking about grape juice and grapes, and it says in our Mishnah l'chayra we're talking about what's the shear? It doesn't say mashu l'chayra. It's benois and tam. It's wait a minute. My lav, the Gemara says it makes sense that it's benois and tam. The Gemara will prove it in a second. It's not b'mashu. L'chayra, our Mishnah is benois and tam, meaning that according to Abaya would be a problem now. This is a kasha on Abaya. From our Mishnah is mashma. It's benois and tam. You get 1 in 60, not a mashu. So the Gemara loy b'mashu, like Ari says, loy b'mashu. But the Gemara had a havamina. What's the havamina? Says the Gemara, I'll tell you. Hold on. Oh, here. This is the Mishnah. From the fact that it says mefurish in the Mishnah, here's the rule. Benois and tam asur. If it gives off a flavor, it's asur. Kol shebein. The continuation of this story in the Mishnah gives the rule. And the Mishnah, it says, Kol shebein asur benois and tam mutar. If it doesn't give off a flavor, it's mutar. In other words, benois and tam mutar. If it's 1 out of 60, it's mutar. Miklal the benois and tam askinon. If that's the rule on that case, then obviously the Mishnah is talking about 1 out of 60 and not a b'mashu. Okay, so we have a problem with Abaya. So the Gemara says, Abaya masnisim b'chamra atika b'invei. Who told you that the Mishnah is talking about grape juice and grapes? We're talking about old wine and grapes, and therefore it's min b'she'enoi minoi. And that's why it goes, you're right, and the rule is b'nois and tam. 1 out of 60. When? Min b'she'enoi minoi. If it's min b'minoi, how much is it? B'mashu. But the problem is, the Mishnah says, we go with nois and tam. We go with 1 out of 60. So Abbai is going to say yes. The Mishnah does talk about one part we know for sure. We're talking about benois and tam. It's 1 out of 60. So he's just going to fix he's not going to fix. He's going to explain what's spilled on these grapes. A different min, and that's why it's 1 out of 60. If it was the same min, it would be a mashu. That's all we have in the sugya today. It's the same min b'min, b'mashu. Min b'she'enei minoi, 1 out of 60. Our Mishnah doesn't say what kind of wine spilled on it. It could be wine that's an hour old, which is grape juice, and it's the same thing as a grape. So it's min b'min, or as Abai is going to explain, no, it's old wine. It's atik. It's 1947. together with grapes. It's 2 different minim. 2 different minim, then the shear is how much? 1 out of 60. Now, that's a new thing. Now we're going to have a reverse situation. We discussed it also. I just want to throw this out because I thought it was fascinating. You go to the Rav, or you don't go to the Rav, you open up the Shulchan Aruch, and you see that if it's 1 out of 60, it's bottle. Bottle. So you're allowed to eat whatever you eat. I don't know what, the chunk, whatever it is, bottle. Is there any place to be machmer and throw out the chunk? Or give it to the guy? Listen, Lamai says there's a little issue here, and I'm relying on some sort of bittul. Maybe I shouldn't eat the chunk. What do you guys say? You say no, no, no. So there are people, there are Sfarim, very...
Chicken store.
What, with the gra?
You.
Oh, so you're saying it's Oiv Shari B'Chacham. I hear what you're saying. So that also I saw. It's interesting because so there are those who say if it's not a big tircha, maybe sell it, get rid of it. Why get yourself into problems? But then the Ramah comes along and says, no, there's no inyan b'chlal to be machmer. The Bnei Yisachar says, he says, and it's not Oiv Shari B'Chacham. Oiv Shari B'Chacham means that you have a suffix. You don't know. Okay, so the Rav is machmer. But if this is the halacha is that there's a bittul, that this amount and this amount is gone, so Adarab, it's a mitzvah to eat it, he says. And the Shlosh says, he brings a thing here that it says in the Gemara, he says it's better when you know the halacha, if you worked hard and you know the halacha, it's more than Yirei Shamayim being machmer on something you shouldn't be machmer. Those who say it's mamish also to be machmer, it's like a precursus. It means that you don't believe in the Gemara. The Gemara says this is bottle. Don't be a bigger tzaddik. And there's a big lashon. So like there's a Gemara that says we have enough chumras, we have enough aveiros and enough things in our Torah. You don't need another chumrah. If this is mutter, it's mutter. Shalom Yisrael. But there are those who say that it's okay. What?
Skype also, no?
But there are those who say. I'm just saying it goes both ways. Batashchis and kitzer. They talk about everything. What? Oh, if it's miyas, miyas. Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't need something with a dead mouse in it. You're right. 100%. What? There's a real story with the cat fell into the cholent, the whole thing, no? It wasn't nice and tam. No, it was nice and tam. That's Mamash Shasser. That's what we're talking about. It's Mamash what we're talking about. Okay. Now we'll see with the blias. Talking about cholent, I'm probably going to forget to say it. I'll just say it now. And I said the joke before. But a guy was like, but it's not a joke. It's emes. Like, somebody was trying to figure out the recipe of a certain cholent. We remember Abalu's cholent, and he lives here on Delay. This guy made a cholent in Chicago. Abalu's cholent. The shul, what is it called when people buy? The amount of people that are part of the shul tripled since the members. The membership of the shul, I'm not kidding, tripled since he started making the cholent. Yeah, people started coming from all over. They became part of it. No, I've been diving it forever. Yeah, it's a great cholent. Now, I try to imitate the cholent at my Thursday night shir back then. I bought the pot, but they gave me a whole lesson how to do it. Impossible. So many people tried, impossible. So one guy tried to imitate not his cholent, somebody else's cholent, and it didn't go. And finally he found out. The guy says, let me ask you, how did you wash the pot? He says, how do you wash the pot? That's the problem. You wash the pot, you idiot. You're not supposed to wash the pot. It's from week to week. It's the whole, you wash the pot. Shkoyach. It's nice and tam. It gives a little flavor. That's what we're going to talk about soon. Okay, weiter. It's not a joke. There's a lot of emes to it. I'm not kidding.
Peking duck, they said that they're very famous.
Like Sherry
How many years old?
Cherry Cass.
There's one place, 100-year-old pot.
Yeah.
They're cooking it for over 100 years, the same thing.
Yeah, about that. You wash it lightly, like a little bit of water. But you gotta leave. Yossi, what's the matter? You don't like this? It's MS. The stuff is MS. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Rabbi Yisai, here we go. New sugya. Oivei, the Israelis are coming in 50 minutes. You have 2 types of vinegar. One is from wine, one is from beer. What was the best thing that ever happened from COVID? Besides the whole shear, the growing, yeah? But in Gashmias? Sourdough. Very good. Sourdough. So anybody who knows about sourdough, you have to have a starter. The starter from the wheat and the starter from barley. 2 different things. two different brias, but they're both called starter. So here we have two things that have the same name, like Eli Melech said, it goes by the name. So here it goes. Here's the shita. So if they both get mixed in, the two starters or the two vinegars, do we go by a mashu? Because what? They're both vinegars. So a little bit of this tray vinegar. Oh, Maisa Shahaya. We were in Pesach my uncle's going to kill me, but it was our family program, and we have mashgichim and everything. It's just our family. We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to have kosher food. In the middle of Pesach, they found out that one of the vinegars is mamish chametz gomer. You know, it's a problem. There's a lot of food that we made, chametz. So here you have chametz, mamish aser. Well, chametz is different. We're not going to go into chametz now, but it's an idea that this vinegar is treif, and this vinegar is not, and a little tiny drop fell in. So if you say it's min b'min, it's the same exact thing because they have the same name. Boom, it's gone. If not, it's 1 out of 60. It's a mashu, Rabba mashu. Now the Gemara says why? The whole arichas here. Mamish explains everything. For kindergarten. Abai Omar b'noisen tam. Why flavor? Basa taimaz linon. You go by the flavor, not by the name of this product. This is made from wine and has one taste. It's made out of beer, it has a different flavor. So it's two different things. You get 1 out of 60. No, you know what the mashu. They're both called vinegar. They're both called starters. So two starters got mixed in. They're both the same min. What's the halacha within? It's the same min. How do I know that I go by the flavor? The sanyo. Let's say you have 3 different spices. Here we go. But they have the same name. All 3 are pilpul. Okay, you have white paprika, you have whatever, pepper, white pepper, red pepper.
Last ingredient for my delicious soup is pepper. Black pepper and white pepper.
Listen, you don't have to get cautious on AI. So, the 3 together created something here. Oy, min shloisha, 3 different types of spices. Asurim and starfim, they get together to make it isser here. Because they're all 3 are trying to make this thing sweet. Since they're able to make it sweet, they make this food sweet. If we go with the flavor, you're right. If we go by flavor, says Abai, look, it makes sense. All 3 come to do one thing. Great. But if we go by the name, especially in the second case here, where you took 3 different types of spices. Some say it even on the first case, because one is black pepper, one is white pepper. You see, you don't go by the name, you go by the flavor. No, not a good raya, because that whole price is going according to one sheet of Reb Meir. This is a crazy chiddush. If you take half a kazayis of chametz and put it together with half a kazayis of kleya kerem and put it together, boom, the guy was over Isser. Because he took a half a kazayis and half a kazayis together, it's mitzaref. How do you know that? Some mela over here also, you take 3 spices, they're all no good, they come to do that. Remeir says it's not good, but it's just a das yochid. Next case. If I pour vinegar into wine, Rabbi say, is that min b'minoi or min she'ein b'minoi? Min she'ein b'minoi, 2 different things. Vinegar into wine. So certainly, since it's a min b'minoi, we go by the flavor, by in parts flavor. What is that? 1 out of 60. This is a super interesting case. What if I pour wine into vinegar? Here, like this. I pour wine into vinegar. So Rashi says, when you pour wine into vinegar, it becomes vinegar in midair, says Rashi, which is hard to understand, but that's what he says. Basically, it loses its aroma in midair and becomes, it smells like vinegar. So now, Ali Melech, we have a new shaila here. We have a new shaila. When you talk about min b'minoi, You hear this? When we talk about min b'minoi, does it go by the smell or goes by the product? Do we view this wine here? Let's just see it in mid-ear here. 1 second, in mid-ear. It goes from the red aroma to like yellow to vinegar aroma. But it tastes like wine, but it smells like vinegar. So do we go by the smell or do we go by the taste? That's the shaila. Who wants to volunteer? I have 2 candies. I want to do a test on. I don't know if it's going to work. Anybody want to volunteer? Come, why not? Get over here. You made a shackle? Make a shackle. What could go wrong? You're a little bit too big to fit into the screen. That's the only problem. Who else? I need another volunteer. Come, you just go. Okay, this is the only. But seriously, no, Bevis, no, I'm not doing it. They're sweet. They're candy. It's a lolly, 2 lollies. But you have to. I tried it. It didn't work. You have to just play along, pretend it works. You have to close your eyes. You have to promise you're not going to peek and close your nose. So we're trying to see if. Here's what's going on. How many flavors could your tongue taste? Regular person, 5 flavors only. Only 5 things. Salt,
Umami.
sugar, bitter, and savory, and maybe chometz. But to make the distinction between watermelon and strawberry, that the tongue can't do, it's only through the nose. In other words, the nose maybe is responsible for 90% of what we taste. That's what they say. Check it out. I did a little research. So here, you ready? You got to close your eyes. It's not gonna be gross. Close your eyes and your nose. You ready? Tell me when you're done. No, but you can't peek. No peeking. I want you to tell me what flavor each one is. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a different lolly. You're not gonna taste the same one. Maybe this is different. Okay. What should we do first? The mamish the same. Hold on. Okay. Guys, ready here. Close your nose. Okay. Putting it in.
And eyes, no?
And eyes. Yeah, you too. Here you go. Okay. Take it out. Don't look. Take it out. You're looking. Don't look. You ready? Nachamol. There we go. Close your mouth. Okay. Was it hard to? Was it hard? What do you got?
It's a little sweet at the end. I don't know if I
First one was lemon, that's for sure.
I didn't taste the first one. The second one was.
Second one
What was the second one? You can open your eyes now.
Second was apple, I think. The second was apple.
Second one was cotton candy, and the first one was lemon lime, I think.
Yeah, lemon.
You couldn't taste the cotton candy? I wanted to get 2 sweet ones. I didn't have them.
Oh,
Second one,
artificial
I say
flavors.
very like almost like fruity, but yeah.
But anyways, did they make a difference? Taste them now. This is his.
Passing them around the whole room.
Okay. Anyways, the point is, Corona. When you can't taste, you can't smell. Maybe I don't know if it had to do with the tongue as much as it had to do with the nose, right?
What happened is Friday's problem.
Yeah, that's what you should use.
And it goes. Yeah, I gave the guy apple and onion. It didn't work. I want to see if it will work. Okay. So now you hear the Shaila Rabbi say, you have wine that doesn't smell like wine, it smells like vinegar. So now, you can finish his. I don't know which one is what. Here, you can have both. Oh, you have the same one? That is the weirdest thing. B'shvua, not b'shvua. I did not know that he brought it, and I didn't get it from him. I had my own bag, right? Isn't that weird? That's Ashgacha Brothers, because I had a bag full of crazy amount. Seriously. Who? Rafi and Shul? I had a whole bag. It's crazy that he brought the same flavor. It's weird. And 2. Here, you can have. And where's it? That is weird. Mom is strange. We've seen stranger things in the daf, but that's a strange one. He pulls out his pocket the same exact lolly. Okay, anyway, and these are like from 2 years ago. I found them like in a place that. Says Gemara, I'm not kidding. It was next to the paint. Ask my wife. So says Gemara, we got to go. We only have 4 minutes, and the Israelis are starting to pack in here. Oh, we have a small omelet. Rabbi say, is a min b'minoi, min shein b'minoi? They both smell like vinegar, but one is wine and one is vinegar. So we have a machlokes. Abai Omer Mashu v'Rav Omer Noisin Tam. And the Gemara goes through the whole thing again. The Amud Beis. Abai Omer Mashu Reicha Chala v'Tayma Chamra. When it smells like vinegar, but it tastes like wine, Chala. Then it goes, so it's vinegar. What does Abai say? Based on this why did I do this whole thing? Because since smell is one of the most important things in taste, more important than the actual taste buds that we have, then he says it goes by the smell. And the smell is vinegar. So it's min b'minai. V'havelei min b'minai v'chol min b'mashu. But Rava says, no. Rava amar b'noisin tam. Reicha chal v'tam chamra. Chamra, no. We go by that it's wine. V'havelei min b'sheinim minai. And therefore, wine and vinegar is two different minim. V'chol min b'sheinim minai b'noisin tam. You go 1 out of 60. Great. By the way, I have to say, because Ariel is here, and I wanted to say this before. Nobody forced me to say this, but I have to say it's tremendous to Ariel and to Kobe and to Shimmy. Shimmy, I think, is also here tonight. I saw him somewhere. Where is he? He's all the way in the back corner. While I was gone, it's harder to do the editing when I'm gone. Different hours, different things. So tremendous to them and to all the guys. To Dave, where's Dave? Dave and Gary, whoever's here in the Beis Medrash to show the videos and to do everything. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And of course, Mark Ashkenazi, who did a tremendous amount of work until that dreadful, unbelievable. I told you already, I'll say it again. My wife says you have to call Mark immediately. It's Motzei Shabbos. Now, Motzei Shabbos in Utah is 9:45. Shears at 10 o'clock. I'd never had so few minutes to prepare. And 10 o'clock here in Utah is like 7 o'clock here. Like 15-20 minutes just to get everything together. Kitzer, you got to call Mark emergency. Call Mark. Hi, I won't be able to do the shear for 7 days. Like, I'm thinking, like, he broke his leg. What happened? Like, then all of a sudden, he said 7. And then, like, oy he's quiet. And then I had to like shmooze with him for 5 minutes. So that took 5 minutes out of the 15. You know what I'm saying? Okay, just sharing with you because the Israelis are here and we have to do an Amud. Oh, sponsors! You Zoicha. You were Zoicha. Turn to the Daf. Adar Global MDY is enjoying the benefit of Meisters of Adar's MDY clients. Anonymous. L'zeich nishmas Chaim ben Rebbe Lozer Ashkenazi. Anonymous has the schus v'atzloch and ruchnis and gashmis. There's like 3 sponsorships for Mark's father. Beautiful. We have to ask him. We have to get all the data. How many people actually came? How many people sent him text? It's a lot. 1 minute. What did I miss here? Oy vey. Wow, I missed a lot. Really, seriously, because we went through this. Here, min b'minoi. He's looking for roadkill. Hold on, and then becomes Aser. This is Min B'Sheini Minoi, so it's 1 to 59, right? Worms and tequila. Tickle treif. So Min B'Minoi is B'Mashu, Min B'Sheini Minoi is 90, Mashu. Okay, this we did. Okay, here we go. One more. I said this. Hi, Bastia. So this is Bastia. There's a little hole in the barrel that people would smell, professionals would come smell to see if it's good. So it's kosher wine. It's owned by a Jew. Can the guy smell it? I don't see a reason why not. It's okay. But is this okay? Yain nesach mehuder. This is 100% treif wine. Can a Jew smell it? Oh, so this is something I read a long time ago, but look it up, you'll see it's mamish emes. I think everybody knows this, should know it. That when you smell something, you smell a dirty diaper, basically particles from the dirty diaper are going into your nose. You smell a dead person, lo yaleinu, it's part of the dead person is in your body. It's very small, very minute, but that's what it is. That's what a smell is. So what he's saying is it's a milsa. It's something. Reicha is milsa. So if you can make a bracha on it, that's for different reasons maybe. But Over here, it's yain netzach is going to your body. You shouldn't be putting yain netzach in your body. So he says it's also.
It's like zayat, it's like fumes.
Huh?
It's like zayat, it's like fumes.
Zaya?
Yeah, it's like.
Zay is something else. Zay is more like not a good thing. But yeah, but that's no fumes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, if you smell it, that means part of it is there. Part of the particles of that whatever you're smelling is in your nose. Rava Omar Mutter. It's not like transmission. It's not like waves. This is real. It's like real particles that you can put in a microscope and see them. Rava Omar Mutter. Reicholav Milsi. Smells nothing. In other words, it's insignificant. I'll prove it to you. This not. If you use a certain, how do you say it in English? Cumin. You take cumin, which is in everything in Israel, in the falafel, and I don't know what. In the rugalach, cumin rugalach, cumin lollies and jelly beans. So you take that. No, I'm not like that. I wouldn't do that to you. But it's also for Yisrael to eat this. Why? Because it's truma, vava b'is hapas, and you bake bread in it. Now it has a cumin flavor. Hapas muteris, you let it eat it. It's only the smell, the aroma of the cumin, not the actual cumin. And you're allowed to benefit from truma. You're not allowed to eat truma, but you're allowed to smell truma. So you smell truma. Vabaya, no, that's not a good raya. Shani Osam, the mikla yisure, over there the cumin was burnt out. Now what you're left with, you're not with the original. You just have the smell that's in the air somewhere. This is like the machlokes tanoi. Now this Rabbi will see is the worst of the worst. Hot loaf of bread with an aroma of wine. There's no chance for the aroma not to go in to penetrate the bread because it's hot. If the bread is cold, then there's a shayla machlokes. If the barrel is closed, machlokes. But if the barrel is open and you have a hot loaf of bread, poof. By the way, when you smell a nice hot loaf of bread, that means part of the bread went into your nostrils. We have machlokes. If the bread is made out of barley, then it's saucer. Why? It's like a vacuum cleaner, grabs everything into it, but not the wheat. That's the machlokes. Do we care about? Of course, the aroma goes into the bread, but do we care about the reach or not? The Rava says the Gemara Vadi Tanoi. Rava who holds that reichalav milsi, it's nothing, smell is nothing. So then how come there's a mandorma here that says this is aser? A smell is nothing. So obviously this mandorma is mechulik on Rava. Obviously this machlokes is Tanoim whether or not smells something. But Abaya mi lebe Tanoi. Abaya that says reicha milsi, perhaps over here is not a machlokes Tanoim, and the Gemara explains why. Abaya lav mi yitma lo merav rechano mershlokish. So now the Gemara goes through it for two lines. The worst of the worst. Hot bread, open barrel, then it's awesome. If the bread is completely cold and the barrel is covered, it's closed, then there's no penetration at all. If the bread is hot and the barrel is closed, or a cold piece of bread and cold bread and an open barrel, then we have a machlokes. V'hadidi says, but me, what's me? This case right over here, Yain Nesach Muhudar. Where is it? Yeah, this case. What is that like? You have a human being that's inhaling it like a vacuum cleaner. The barrel is wide open, spewing out the fumes. So obviously it's going to be also Rabboisai. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day. Shkoyach, the guests for coming.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.